Alright peeps, it's Monday morning. And as you can tell, I've had a trim. Starting to look a bit better. Love it. Anyway, let's get into it. It's Monday morning. I love a Monday morning, as we all do. And I've been thinking long and hard. I haven't done one of these weekly live talks in a while, in about a month or so I thought I'd do one quick. But I've been thinking hard what I was going to do in January. It's really tough out there at the moment, not as much work, lockdown free, well, the world's coming to an end. So I'm actually still on the multi-drops. Usually I would have jumped off them by now. Christmas is all my deadline most years for multi-drops, and then I bugger off and do my own thing, and what I usually do. But this year, it's guaranteed work at the moment, and you can't sort of turn your nose up at that. So I'm on the multi-drops. So I'll be showing you some multi-drop stuff. Got my little neckerchief for doing this. If this man came to your door, would you open it? I probably fucking wouldn't. Anyway, so we're doing multi-drops this week. Apart from Friday, I've got speed school. I've been naughty. I got caught doing. I was doing 35 and a 30. But the law's a law, and you've got to abide by it, unfortunately. So I've got that, and also I'm going to do this week in the life of. I'm going to do a bit of Q&A whilst I'm driving around. I think because multi-drops, you get to see some nice stuff. You do, but it's the same area, and it's not like I'm going to be taking you to any football stadiums or anything, or something cool or nice or any. I'm not going around the country, and day rate. There's not a huge amount to talk about when it comes to multi-drops, but I'll do some Q&As. Also, I've been speaking to a friend of mine about my online presence. He says the YouTube's great, and you're doing well at that, but you've got no other online presence. Your Instagram is non-existent. He said get on it. So I'm going to be trying to do really well at Instagram from now on. Keep it. There's a link down below. Check out my Instagram. It's at the moment it's shocking, so don't worry too much about it. But I'm going to be adding to it, and I'm trying to get an online presence on Instagram. So I might do a video on that when I get good at it. How do you get good at Instagram? It's just taking pictures, isn't it? I don't know. I'm a simple folk. So, yes, that's going to be my week. Today, started at 8, got to the depot at 8. Actually got out at 9 o'clock, which is unusual. Usually you don't get out that early. Usually about 9:30. Got a coffee. I've been naughty as well. I bought one. I'm going to do a video on how to save money, and this is one way of saving money. Stop buying expensive coffees. But this morning I thought, screw it, it's Monday morning, man. So yeah, lots of stuff that I'm getting on with. Lots of stuff. But yeah, this morning out the depot at 9. I'm sort of south of Norwich today, which unfortunately I'm not doing good multi-drops. I'm doing bad multi-drops. I'm in the countryside, farms and stuff. This route isn't actually too bad. It's a lot of relatively large villages, so that's not awful. But still, you got to drive from village to village. If you're in a city, like and Norwich is like NR2, NR3, NR4, any of that, you're right next to everything, and it's easy. So I'm going to crack on, and I'll let you know what happens throughout the day. It's actually quite warm this morning, 5 degrees. Is that warm for January? I think it is. That's warm enough for me. I don't mind it. Got the high vis on, got this on. Got my my work trousers on. I'm feeling good. I don't know why. I feel good. I've got no money. We're in a lockdown. The world's coming to an end, and I'm buzzing. It's the coffee. It's the fucking coffee. Anyway, let's crack on. Right, peeps. I've had a bit of a thought whilst I'm driving around. I'll do a question of the day. Seeing that multi-drops are a bit dull, I can't really show you much, but we can have a Q&A. Well, I'll do one question each day of questions I've had over the last week or so to try and answer them. So I got sent a message 4 days ago. What day are we? We're on Monday. Of course we are. Beginning of the week. 4 days ago. I'll move this a little bit. Hang on a sec, so I don't think you're straight. Right, so I got this message saying that sorry I haven't got your name. I haven't been on the. I've got no bloody signal at the moment, but I'm able to record, so I do it. The chap was saying he joined the CX off the back of me and other people's videos on YouTube. The other day he was out, he bid on 121 jobs at 70p a mile, didn't win a single job. and it's not the first time it's happened. So from that, I get he's a little bit annoyed with what's happened, obviously the situation, and he's almost saying, well, I did it because you told me to. I just want to make this clear before I say anything. I've never actually told anyone ever to join the CX. I've said this is how it works. I've recommended it at times, but I never said go and do it. This is the be all and end all. It's not. There's more stuff out there. And I've always said it's a stepping stone and all that other shit. Watch my other videos. I'll go into it. But anyway, so that's me defending myself on anyone who thinks, oh, you told me to do it. You're your own person. You make your own decision. But at the same time, you know, I understand. I get it. And the fact that you've bid on 121 jobs and haven't won any is, it's a sickener. Trust me. Now, you say you did it at 70p a mile. I don't know if that's a good price or a bad price, because I don't know what you're driving, because you didn't mention. I'm going to assume it's a good price, because you put it in the comment. Now, you're looking at that as if it's, you know, you've bid on all this work, you haven't won any, the CX is shit. That's how I'm taking it. If I'm wrong, please correct me, because I don't want to be wrong about this, but that's how it seems. Now, the CX has actually done exactly what it's meant to do. It's offered you, well, it hasn't offered you because it's the ship who's posting it, but it's given you the opportunity to bid on 121 jobs, which is what it should do. I don't really see the problem there, looking at it from that point of view, because, and I say this, and I'm not trying to be a dick, where else are you going to get the opportunity to bid on 121 other jobs? Now, I know there's other apps out there but some of them don't have much work on, some are very, you know, there are other apps, that's what I'm saying, but there's not, when I started, there wasn't that opportunity. You know, when I started, I went out trying to get customers, and I was trying to get work, and, you know, if someone said to me, listen, we're going to put this amount of work in front of you, you have to go and bid for it, but you have the opportunity to bid on it, that's not a bad thing, really, if you ask me. Now, the fact you didn't win any work, and you bid 70p a mile, I'm guessing that's a good price because you said it was, is a sickener. But also we have to remember, at this moment in time, the goalposts have changed. When I did a lot of my early videos, where a lot of people still watch, that was pre-COVID. A lot has changed since then, so, you know, you've got to change with the times. I'm doing fucking multi-drops in January. I don't want to be doing multi-drops in January, but I realise the situation we're in, and I'm sort of like, well, that's the best option for me. So when you say, oh, I bid on 121 jobs and I didn't win any, yeah, it's a pain in the arse, and I feel for you, but at the same time, you've got the opportunity to bid on 121 jobs. There's a story I got told years ago. It's not a story, it's a fable or whatever, which I quite like in this sort of situation. There's a company, and they sell trainers. We'll say Nike. Nike sell trainers, yeah. And they want to open a store in Africa. They want to open up Africa. So they send a bloke to Africa, and they say to him, go on, get started, see how it works. And after a month, they phone him up, and they go, how's it going? And he goes, bloody awful. No one here wears shoes. So how am I meant to sell trainers when I'm on a continent where no one wears shoes? And they're like, fair enough, okay. And they bring him back. And they send another chap out. Young lad. I don't know why I said young lad, he might not be, but it's a story. Who gives a shit? They send another lad out, and they say, right, you try and get it going. And they phone him up after a month, and they're like, right, let's see how this goes. And they go, how's it going? He goes, absolutely amazing. Fantastic. I'm like, what? He went, no one wears shoes here, mate. And we sell trainers. It's perfect. It's a gold mine. What I'm trying to get at is, you look at some people look at one situation as a problem, other people look at it as an opportunity. When you're saying you'll get bidding on 121 jobs and not winning that work, yeah, it's a sickener. But at the same time, you're looking at it as, you know, all this work and I can't fucking get any. I would be looking at it as, look at all the opportunity I've got. Maybe you need to it might be a case you just need to change one or two little things, and you'll start winning that work. I don't know. But that's the way I take that question. Right. I best get back doing work myself, actually. I've been sat around tackling you lot. So I'll see you in a minute. Right, it's Tuesday now. I was going to do a quick video yesterday evening after I finished, but it was so dark, the camera, it would have been shit quality, so I didn't want to do that. So, how are we going yesterday? Well, we went to all the drops. I think I had 69 I delivered to 62, and then I had 7 which I had to take back because they weren't open. Some of them were businesses or people weren't in. So I actually didn't fail any. When you work for people like Parcel Force or DPD, they will have what they call failures, and that means if you didn't turn up at all. If you turned up and you couldn't deliver, that's not a failure, it's just you couldn't deliver. Let's put this on because I've got to get going in a sec. But yeah, today, as you can hear, it's raining like a bucket. It's a lovely Tuesday. Got my little manifest. I'm doing 70. I've got a little bit of the city gut stuff, so that's good, and then the rest is countryside shite. So yeah, it's a good day actually. I got out of the depot about 15 minutes earlier than usual, which I don't mind. And it says I should be finished between 3 and 4. So nice easy one really. It's not too difficult. Plus you sort of rock up. I'll be honest, all right. I know I bitch about my wheat drops all the time, but it's not all bad. I'm not saying I'm liking it and I'm converting. Don't get me wrong, but it's not all bad. The one bad thing is it's starting to feel like a job again. I've mentioned this before in my vids. I don't like my job feeling like a job. I like a bit of adventure, and it's just not. Mind you, I did see some nice stuff yesterday. I might put a picture up on Instagram. I've fucking hundreds of peacocks. There's lots of peacocks in Norfolk. Don't know why, but there is, and they look good. I like a peacock. I'm not a bird fan, but peacocks, they're all right. So yeah, that's going to be my day today. 70 odd drops. Should be finished. I reckon it says 4 o'clock finish. I generally finish towards the back end of it because I go for a wander. I'll be honest, I like walking, especially when I'm in the countryside. That's the one problem with the countryside when I'm doing it. A lot of drivers sort of drive up, they pull up in the driveway, right next to the door, drop it off, piss off. If it's on a nice farm or something, I'll pull up halfway down the driveway just so I can have a little walk and wander and see the countryside. I'm a weirdo. But anyway, yeah, so that's going to be my day. I'll let you know how it goes, and we'll have a question in a sec, and I'll answer it. So yeah, let's crack on. Right. Tuesday question time, people. Here we go. Ooh, that was squeaky, wasn't it? So, I got sent a question from a chap. Once again, can't remember my name. Really sorry. I'm awful with names. I'm sorry about this light as well. The sun is shining right through this tree in front of me. So I should have parked somewhere better, but anyway, let's go with it. So he sent me a question, and I like this question because once again, it shows how I would look at something differently, and I think he's just had a bit of a bad one, really. So he said he's been on the CX for not long. I think he said a week. I'll have to read the comment again. I'm really sorry. And he won a couple of jobs. He'd been on everything, won a couple of jobs. Fantastic. Day's going great. So he gets a phone call from the first person, you won the job. Great. Then he gets a phone call from someone else saying, hey, are you still available? And he's had to say, no, I'm not available anymore. It's like, okay, fair enough. These things happen. I've had to do that plenty of times. And then the original job, which he's already won, phoned him back and said, we're going to have to cancel that job. So now he's ended up having 2 jobs, having to refuse one, and the other one's cancelled on him. And he said in his comment, maybe better advice to people, instead of bidding on everything, it's just bid on one job at a time, or this situation might happen. Now, let's first of all, what I would have done in that situation, obviously, charged cancellation fee, got my 20 quid for the job that cancelled, and I would have phoned the other customer, the other shipper, straight back and gone, listen, hey, the other job's cancelled me, is that one still free? Because you might have won that job and got that job. But you might have done that, I don't know. But that's what I would have done in that situation. When it comes to bidding on one job at a time, I disagree with that completely, because you want to throw your net out as far and as wide as possible. You want to try and give yourself as many opportunities as possible. You've just had a rotter. That's never happened to me like that. It's just a bad situation, and I feel for you. The thing is, that could have gone 100 different ways, and you would have been quids in. But it went that one way, which screwed you up. So, for instance, if the second shipper if the shipper that cancelled you phoned before the other one, they would have cancelled, and then you would have got a phone call straight away from someone else saying you got a job. If you were bidding on one at a time, yet that wouldn't have happened. So you would have been happy that you'd been bidding on everything. Or possibly another shipper might have phoned you straight after that and said, oh, I've got a job for you. The thing is, also, I'm trying to give you different scenarios to see why you should be bidding on everything. So if you'd bid on, you might have bid on 10 jobs and got those 2, right? If you're bidding on one at a time, you would have only bidded on one of those 10 jobs, and you might not have got a job the job at all. So, that don't make sense. Makes sense in my head. The other situation is, if you hadn't bid on all those jobs and the one that you won the job originally for, they still would have cancelled on you. So you still would have been out at 20 quid. So, you know, there's lots of reasons why you need to bid on everything. That scenario, I can understand from that scenario why you say, oh, maybe you should bid on one at a time as this situation happens, but there's a million other situations where bidding on everything is beneficial. So, yes, I get your point. Yes, it's a rotter that it happened to you that way, but no, I strongly suggest to people, I advise people, bid on everything. This game is about getting as much opportunity as possible so that you can get the work. Especially when, you know, there's a lot of people out there who are struggling to get work. I'm fortunate enough I'm not at the moment. I'm doing pretty well, actually, since New Year. I know I'm doing the multi-drops, but I've had a few of my customers phone me back saying we've got some work. But there's people who are really struggling just to get a job. So you've got the opportunity to bid on loads of jobs and you're getting offered a few. Just bid on everything, especially in this climate. So that's my answer to that question. That's the Tuesday question done. Hope that helps some people. Bid on everything. That's what I advise. Right, I've got to get back to it because I'm behind. I'm not doing too bad, actually. Am I behind? No, I'm bang on time. If I deliver the next job within the next 120 seconds. So I'm going to crack on. I'll see you in a sec. All right, people. I've had a bit of a mad one today. So, I'm sorry about the quick quality of the picture. It's because it's actually it's about 4:30 and it's dark, and when it gets dark the picture quality disappears. That's why I don't usually like doing it, but it's meant to be a week in the life of, you know, I've got to at least put something up every day. So everything was going fine until about 10. I got out of the depot and had a good time. Didn't have too many deliveries, but I had a couple of collections which I don't usually get, and there was this one collection and I must have spent 40 minutes trying to find this bloody place. I broke my own rule. It was like, I started stressing and I thought, I've got to find it, and it was just an absolute nightmare. So I never found it. I never found the place. But that is what it is. So after that, I was sort of on catch-up for the rest of the day. And I can tell I've been stressing, and I don't like it. I don't like it because my shoulders are aching. And I'm all like that, and I don't want to be like that. So, it looks like I'm going to the red light district. So, anyway. So that was, it was, everything else went really well, actually. The rest of the day went fine. It was just, once you get behind doing something like multi-drops, it's near impossible to catch up. The timings are so tight that you have to literally get to every drop, drop it off within 20 seconds and get back in the van and go, or you start losing time on your day. Now, I know I'm not really held to any time, it's get it done, but when the timesheet says you're going to be finished by 4, you sort of want to be finished by 4, you know what I'm saying? So that was my my trials and tribulations of the day. So I'm on my way home now. I've got some pulled pork waiting for me, and I think I'm online with the lads tonight playing some games. So I'm a big geek, I'm a big gamer, I'm not afraid to admit it. But question of the day, how didn't get managed to do that, so I'm going to do it real quick. Someone asked me, and I'll probably do these questions I'm doing now, I might redo in the end of month Q&A, just in case people haven't watched this video. But someone asked me, is it worth being in a car on the CX? I can't see how it is, to be honest. I'd never see any car work pop up. And if you've got a car, you might as well trade that. If you're going to make it a profession, and your real profession, this isn't just like some people try and do it as a side gig and it just doesn't work. If you're going to become a professional courier, then you might as well trade that in and get a small van, because you'll make more money. Simple as that, and it'll be about the same upkeep. So for me, it's a no, because I've never seen a car job pop up in the CX. It says there are some. And I suppose maybe in London or Manchester or Birmingham, somewhere like that, you might get them. but I just can't see how it's worth it. So to the answer to that question, I don't think you should join the CX if all you've got is a car, to be perfectly honest. But that's just my opinion. If anyone does have a car and runs on the CX, please leave a comment, because I'll be really interested to see how you guys get on in just cars. But yeah, so that's my answer to that one. Now I'm on my way home. Oh, I'm all full of energy though. That's the weird thing. I'm all it's because I've been stressing all day, and it's all I've gone back to the depot and I've dropped everything off that I think I had 64 deliveries around that in 2 different postcodes though, so I had 2 different areas, and 2 collections, and I couldn't do that 1 collection, and there were 4 places I went to where they weren't in, so I took 4 back, but I didn't fail anything, so I went everywhere. So that was they're my numbers. They're not huge numbers, they're not bad. It's when you start getting up to the sort of 85, 90, 100 jobbies that it starts getting real difficult. And the thing is, I say I'm stressing about today. I was finished by 4. You know, over Christmas it was 5:30, 6 o'clock. But it's when that timesheet gives you a time, it's like, right, I can be home for that time, that you start sort of chasing it, and I shouldn't really, but anyway. So, yeah, and because anyway. Sorry, I don't know what's wrong with me. Fucking mental, that's what's wrong with me. So I'm on my way home now, gonna have some dinner, spend some time with the family, have some pulled pork. Can't beat barbecue pulled pork. There's very few things that I enjoy more than barbecue pulled pork. I do like a curry though. Oh, see, I'm talking about food. I'm trying to lose weight. I don't know if you can tell, probably not, I'm still a fat bastard, but I'm trying to lose weight, and it's hard, but I've been sort of starving myself a little bit, just eating really small meals when I'm on the road, where before I would buy tons of food and sugary drinks and just gorge whilst I drive. But now it's like, no, I don't think I had anything to eat till 2 o'clock today. I felt it, and the problem was I didn't put anything in the van because I was in the countryside. I didn't even pass the shop till 2 o'clock, let alone anything else. Yeah, that's my day. Looking forward to tomorrow. It'll be another good day Thursday, and then Friday I've got speed school, because I was a naughty boy. So I will see you tomorrow. Okay, people. Thursday morning, getting ready for work. Just thought I'd go through the morning routine when I'm on multi drops, because it's pretty easy compared to when you're trying to win work. So I got up at 10 to 7. Got dressed, did my business. I'm very regular. First thing in the morning, got to get sorted. Go to the toilet. Been out to the van, just gave it a quick once over, make sure there's nothing wrong with it. Started it, make sure it was starting all right, and there's no ice in it and all that sort of stuff. And now, came inside, made a cup of coffee. It's 7:30 now, you know? And I wasn't rushing around, just slowly getting on with it. I've got to leave in 10 minutes. Still got a large cup of coffee to drink though. But I'm not rushing. So it's not, the mornings are quite relaxed doing your multi drops, because usually when I do the same day stuff, I'd be up at 6:30, get dressed, get ready as quickly as possible, just in case anything came through, and then bid. If I didn't have work already set up, if I had, some of my suppliers, shippers, whatever you want to call them, some of them have me up collecting at 3 o'clock in the morning. So, like I said, I'm not converting to multi drops, but you can see some of the good bits about it. But still, no. Can't wait for lockdown to piss off so I can do my normal stuff. Anyway, I'll see you after I drink this, and I'm back on the road. All right, people. So Thursday's question of the day. Someone asked me. This was about a week ago, I think. Is it just the CX you work for? Let me try and phrase what he said. Is it just CX you work for, and I would have thought you would have 2 or 3 different avenues of income. First of all, straight off the bat, I don't work for the CX. The CX is just a system I use to win work. So bear that in mind for people some people get confused, think you work for the CX. You do not work for the CX. The CX is an open marketplace which you pay to be a member of, so that you can try and win work from shippers. So when I'm working for that shipper, not the CX. get that one out of the way first. And yes, I don't just work on the CX. A long time ago, CX was my main provider of work, bidding on jobs, but no, I have shippers that phone me directly. I have my own customers. Put it this way, if anyone can message me and say, hey, I've got this needs moving from A to B, it will fit in your van, do you want the money? I'm going to say yes. You try and get work from anywhere you can. So I do have multiple ways of making money. I've got a job next week for a friend. He's not a customer per se, but for that one day he is, and he's a friend who needs something moving. I'm going to make money that way. So yes, I do have multiple avenues of making money. I think CX probably at the moment, it's a bit weird because I have a lot of customers or shippers that phone me directly, and I've made their contacts through the courier exchange. That's what the courier exchange is very good at, making contacts. They don't put it through the CX anymore, they just phone me directly, but I met them originally on the CX. So, but I think actually going on and bidding for work since November, it's probably about 30 to 40% of my work is courier exchange. This year, none. I tell a lie, I'm on this doing these multi-drops because the job originally popped on the courier exchange. So, and that was before Christmas. So is it a courier exchange job? Because they just phone me every day now and say, oh, you got work tomorrow. Yeah. But it's not going through the CX. So, there we go. So hopefully that answers that question. No, I don't work for the courier exchange. It's just a marketplace. And no, I have 3, 4, let's go through them quick. Courier exchange, my own shippers, my own shippers phone me directly, my own customers, one-off jobs for friends and family. What else do I do? I have a few multi-drop companies that phone me. So yeah, 4 or 5 different incomes. I know, I'm always open to more. So hopefully that answered that question. Right, I've got to get back on it. It is pissing it down today, and I've still got a little bit to do, but hopefully it'll be a nice early finish today because I ain't got a massive amount of parcels and they're all pretty close. Let's get on with it. Right, this very good Thursday is taking a bit of a bad turn. Like, not work-wise, it's 2:30 and I'm finished. I'm driving back to the depot, which is about 25 minutes away, drop off, then I've got to go to my kids' school to pick up some things for my kids to help them learn. I've got one son who's dyspraxic and I've got another son who's dyslexic, so they need a little bit of extra help. Saying that, they're both smarter than me. But, so I've got to go do that. But about 45 minutes, an hour ago, I lifted a box up, didn't do anything silly, and my back went. And I'm in quite a bit of pain, I'll be honest. For those of you who watch my channel regularly know I've had some back issues in the past. It's not as bad as it has been, but I am feeling it. Oh, I am feeling it right in my lower lumbar, just right across my back. I'm alright standing up and I'm alright driving. I don't feel much pain right now. A little bit of a twinge. But when I try and bend over or lift anything, a lot of pain. So I suppose that's one of the advantages of doing this job. You don't really have to do much lifting, so I should be fine for, it's quite lucky I've got speed school tomorrow, not the fact that I've got bloody speed school, but the fact that I've not got to do anything or any heavy lifting tomorrow, so I can give it a bit of time to rest and rest over the weekend, and hopefully Monday I'll be fine. But these things happen. Fucking back. My foot's still killing me as well. I've got so much wrong with me, I've got to get fixed. But anyway, I just thought I'd let you know, I'm going home now, and I'll let you know how speed school goes tomorrow and see if any interesting questions pop up. I might do a video on that. We will see. Okay people, it's Friday now. I had speed school this morning, which actually, they've changed it since I last did. I last did it years ago. And I actually preferred this version. It was condensed, it was all through Zoom, because obviously we can't go places and see people due to the pandemic. So I did that this morning, but I have a bigger issue, and this is quite a big one. Those of you who well, actually, I think I mentioned it yesterday, didn't I? My back started aching. Well, last night, I went to put something on my shelf over there, and it pinged. I blew my back out. did nothing. I wasn't even bending much. My back just went. I hit the ground like a sack of shit. Hobbled my ass to bed. Fell asleep somehow. Did the Zoom meeting in bed with the laptop on my legs, and now I'm sat in my living room in a lot of pain. Can barely stand. Can't really walk. Just got off the phone with the doctors. It's not good news, really. They said if it's just muscular, about a week or so, you should be feeling better. If it's not, it's at least a 6-week process. So, 2021 has started off for a right fucking rotten, isn't it? So I could be out of action for a while. Yeah, it's not good, but there's not much I can do about it. Anyone who knows me and seen my videos for a long time will know I've had back problems in the past, and it's come back again. So, not happy. It's worrying. I won't lie. I'm worried that I might not be able to work for a number of weeks, which will be very difficult for me financially. I have got some money saved away, but that was saved away for reasons. I want, I don't want to have to spend it if I don't have to. At the same time, if I can't work, I can't work. So yeah, very worried actually. I know I'll get through it. I know I'll be fine. Like I said, I've put money aside for a situation just like this. But at the same time, it's not very good. This is one of the biggest disadvantages of being self-employed. If something happens to you financially, you are really going to struggle. So I've got to rest it. I've got a job on Tuesday, which I have to do. But I only have to be a driver. I don't have to load or unload or anything. So I should be able to do that. But the multi-drops, lifting the parcels, that's going to have to be knocked on the head for now, because that's what started my back hurting in the first place. And because it's not like little, when you get like Hermes and that, a lot of them are just sort of little boxes or shoes or something like that. Parcel force, they tend to be slightly bigger. That's caused the problem. So, worried, won't lie, I am, but I know I'll get through it. I've been in worse situations, so I'm not too worried, like that. But yeah, let this be a warning to everyone. You will, you can't predict what's going to happen. I say this in my videos all the time. It's sometimes you just get bad luck, and you need a bit of money behind you to get you through it. So that's what I'm hoping will happen. So I'll keep you up to date on this one, and yeah. So we'll see what happens, and it sucks, but there we go. So for the next few days, I'll be sat on my ass doing nothing, and don't worry, I will be milking it. I'm not going to make a cup of tea or anything. To be honest, to get to the kitchen takes me about 10 minutes at the moment because my back hurts so much. But yeah, look on the bright side, I suppose. Right, speak to you in a minute.